Hello, it's Simone. Today I would like to share with you an update on my planning situation. I want to flip through my planner and share how I've been using it. This one is completely full and I just wanted to go and flip through and show the pages. I have been using since before the start of 2021. I have been using a pocket planner, I think. Yes, that's what I did. I don't even remember what I used for my weekly overview. I will link a video in the description box below or up here so you can see it. But as you can see, it's not in a cover, and the reason for that is that I just this weekend switched out of it because it wasn't working for me for some reason anymore. But this is still working fine. I moved in the beginning of in the middle of March, and I haven't really been able to, I haven't really had a lot of time. And when I had time, then I just quickly jotted down my plans, only the most important things, and the rest of the time was spent journaling. The free time, the other time that I just had to unpack, destash, rehome items. My kids have started their afternoon activities, and driving around is such a pain in the tushy, and so it feels like somebody's eating the time that I have had for the last year. And so let's take a look in this, because then I can actually take the pages out that I don't use anymore. This looks exactly the same as it did before. I use this as kind of a reference notebook. I really like that it has rings, because then I can take the pages out that I don't use anymore. I don't have to trash the whole notebook because one page isn't relevant anymore. I can rearrange things because maybe some are more important than others now than 2 months ago. And so that really works. The first one is part of everything is part of my planner, but some are more important than others. So I have this month on 2 pages from, most of the printables that I have are from Plan to Create. So this is what it usually looks like. Here is what projects I'm working on this month. Most of the time I add in my work schedule. Here's where we moved. Birthdays are in here, appointments, not the things that we do on a regular basis, like practices and team sports and stuff, because that is something that I know when it happens. I just need to see what is out of the ordinary. Then on the next 2 pages, I usually have my next actions list. I have a video where I explain what this all is about, but this is where I take my to-dos for each week. Then I often have a money sheet. If I have an idea, write it down in my planner and I don't get to it that week, and it can wait, it just goes here. So at the end of the month, when I do my monthly review, I can decide what I'm going to do with this idea, task, thing that I had in my head and needed to put somewhere. April, very disappointing. I really like the decoration though. Next actions, April ideas, and then I made the mistake to not print double-sided, so I just stuck them to each other. I didn't waste and throw away the stuff. I just left it the way it is. This is what May looks like. I'm trying to get back into here. We're on the 17th today. I haven't put in my work schedule because I don't know. I have it in my computer, and I have it in my phone, and I have it in my weekly overview, so I don't really need it here. Again, this is most of the time I need this to see in the beginning of the month what is coming up. May projects, and I actually did the first one already, April monthly review, so I would be caught up. Here's my next actions list. My spending, which I didn't track, which is good because it's way out of whack again. So definitely mentally not 100% up where I should be want to be. We'll see. And then my May ideas, all the stuff that I want to get to. And then this I haven't stuck together yet because I haven't decorated it. They're just printed out and in here so I can use them when I need them. But this is what I will just use some glue runner and stick them together. It's okay. I'm not that precious with all of those things. This is my YouTube schedule and I'm not 100% sure it's working. So I'm trying other options. But what I would do, or what I have done in the past was, or tried to do in the past was, put in a schedule and then write the videos and see how the editing process is going. This would work really well if I was someone who would actually do this. Here in January it worked, but that was the first month, so yeah, that's when we all tried. March didn't go to plan, April didn't, so I'm trying back in June if I can actually, if this works as a YouTube planner or what else I would use for YouTubing. Alrighty, so then this is kind of like a reference notebook or collections if that you would have in your bullet journal. Again, I haven't actually decluttered this since the move. Here's my weekly planning, weekly review. If I was doing this, this is what these steps I would be doing. And if I took the time, I would be really on top of my game, but I'm not. Monthly review. Then here's my someday maybe list, a wish list, spending planning, which went really well in February, and then yeah, maybe I can get back on this in the fall, summer. I don't know. I'm giving myself grace, a lot of grace, as you can. We're in May. I'm like talking about the fall. I don't know. I really keep on spending, which is not cool. Here is mailing lists and things I want to send to friends, but then I started using this little address book in the back here to keep track of mailing to friends, so that is not really been used anymore. Things I want to organize, 2022 planning ideas, then present ideas for my family, a perpetual birthday calendar, rent that we're not living anymore, and then earnings from Amazon and YouTube. And then this is my cleaning schedule that I have. This I'm trying to get back into filling it in because that is really helpful for me. I use black to put in when I have to do things, and blue is when I did things, so then I can check, oh, I did the cat litter boxes and cleaned them thoroughly on that day, so 3 weeks from now or 4 weeks at the latest I need to do this again. That really helps a lot, and this is something I reference all the time when I gather tasks for my weekly to-do list. And then this last one is my projects that I'm trying to work on in May, so I'm using this again. And then here is just references, cat stuff, school information, login information for various items, and then printed paper from Coco Daisy. That's this, and it still works well. Now that I'm flipping through this and sharing this with you, I realize that I have to go through this and see what is still up to date and update what is not. And then this situation, I just recently found this. I remember I wanted to use these planner sticker kits in here to use them up. Yeah, as you can see, it did not happen, but maybe I can, now that I found it, maybe I can use it again. This is what I used in January and February, and it is a Field Notes brand notebook, pocket size. I put a monthly overview from the Coffee Monsters, which I really like and appreciate because it is a Monday start. And then I would put the weekly to-do list right here. I was tracking. Right now I'm not tracking anything. And then I would stamp the date and just put my to-do list down here. And at the end of the week or at end of the day, I would go in, look what I have done, move it to the next day, and then cross it off. And right now my problem is that I do not take the time to do that because I feel like I'm deprived of me time. And then I like to plan because it helps me be productive, but my creative energy doesn't really go into this anymore, which means then that I'm really craving journaling time where I can be creative, and this falls to the wayside. But in January, I was still on top of my game and it really worked super well. Now that I'm looking at this, I'm like, why isn't this working? This is so easy and great. But I wasn't. It's just not working right now. And I did not purchase a new planner. So I'm going to show you in a second what I'm using at the moment. So I can totally and easily switch back to this once I'm at a better place mentally, I guess. February. So here I was using a kit, Happy Mail tracker, or a list of people I wanted to send Happy Mail to. And then I think I did put my weekly review in here. And then I put my monthly review in here. I did not use a lot of pages here. And then done. Then I used this. This is March. I started out strong. Week 9, added in my daily to-do list. I did not like this sticker kit, so maybe that is also a reason why I didn't really use it. With the review, and then we moved. So we measured out the new house. I have my to-do list here. And then I have this whole slew of to-dos for the new house, what we still needed to clean, what we still needed to fix. March 15 was 2 days before we moved. And then we are at March 26th, April 9th. I just lived, survived, ate, breathed, and worked, and that's it. April 9th, I tried to do planning again. I stuck in this printable because I like it. What things I wanted to catch up in my journaling. There is April, then week 15, and then I only have one thing. So the thing that started to happen was I made a weekly to-do list, and then I would just simply use this, which I'm going to show you here. And again, just one page for the to-do May. I have this whole ass to-do list here. I started out strong, and then week 19, I just made a list, nothing here. And so I followed what I have been doing. So here is how I use this. It's a weekly vertical, and I just plug in all the appointments and things. And as you can see here, the only appointments and things that I did during the beginning of the year was work. Work, 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 work. Maybe a doctor's appointment right here. Work, 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 work. And then, so that's January, then February, and I changed the color every month. That is January, February. This is March. This is where we moved. March, I didn't use this any, and then we start April. And then, so here is where I put to-dos. Already I'm starting to put to-dos in here. Then we start ortho appointments, and then my son started playing baseball with his team, with baseball team for his school. So then I drop off my son 3 times a week, and then the gym opens back up, and then I drop off other people, and then it's like I have so many things going on here, and I'm trying to keep track of all of them, my work, and I'm starting to add in my to-do list as well, which just doesn't work. My handwriting is bigger than these tiny columns, and as long as I'm just visualizing what I'm doing or where I have to be when I'm working and other people have appointments, it's totally fine. But when I start adding in my to-do list and things I want to do, it's not. So right now, last week, I just went through my stash and I found this. This is a dot grid notebook. I think it is almost A5 size. Let me pull out a sheet of A5 paper and compare it. I think it's probably wider than an A5 Slim, because that's how much sticks out. I don't think it's Moleskine, because it's not stamped anywhere. I don't know where it comes from. I have no idea where this notebook comes from, but it's dot grid, and it's exactly the dot size that I needed when I was bullet journaling in my Rhodian dot grid notebook. But I did not purchase this, so I can just try and use this. I enlarged this to the size that I have. I just divided this in 4 equal columns here, then same size columns here, and then I have a wider column for my to-do list. I can put my Instagram down here, happy mail people, and I just set up the next 2 weeks. Here's my to-do list from last week. I still need to transfer the to-dos over to here, but I can open this up. I can see the week at one glance, and this is how I planned for a long time until it didn't really work anymore. I don't actually know why it changed. It's totally fine. I can use this right now until I either decide that this is what it is, and this should actually last me to the end of the year, so I don't even have to purchase a new planner for 2021. But I can either go back to this, and maybe I will just purchase one for 2022 when they release the new Hobonichis for 2022, so I have it if I want to use it, and I can get a planner or just another dot grid notebook and make my own. It's totally okay. I guess this is the first time that I'm filming a video where I share that I changed my planners, and I'm totally fine with it, which is totally the truth. I can use this and put my to-dos in between the appointments, and if for some reason this doesn't work anymore, I will re-evaluate and see where it takes me. But that's where I am at right now. Totally fine with the development. I covered this in just some random scrapbooking paper that I still had, added some labels on the front. I'm not sure I want to put anything on there, so I haven't done that yet. I added this clip so I can hook in my pen, which isn't here, but that's exactly where my planning is at. It worked really great. The only thing that I regret is that I still have several Field Notes notebooks, and I really like the small portable size of this. And I have some amazing covers for this size. So we'll see where we end up. Right now, I need this, and so I will use it until I don't need it anymore. For now, I just moved this Nolte Efficiency in here. It's not the best fit, but it works. And I really like that this cover gets some use for now. Alrighty then, tell me how your planning has changed or hasn't. Are you still happy with it? How does the opening up of most of the places right now affect your planning? And if you have kids, how does the summer break affect your planning? I feel every year around this time, my planning changes for some reason or another, or my journaling. And I have finally accepted the fact that this is happening. So have a fabulous day and week. I hope to see you soon. Until then, bye.